Oh snap, Glaze is going live.
Hey, good day, everybody. Once again, thank you for joining me. Like I say, just in case you're joining me for the very first time, guess what? I'm your host, the one they call Brian Glaze Gibbs. Listen, man, Google and see who I am. I was once the problem. Now what am I trying to do is be part of the solution. How do I get back? How do I right my wrong? So right now, if you Google me, guess what? You'll see that, guess what? I was once the problem. Now what I'm seeking to do, how do I be part of the solution? By sharing my life experience, by speaking about different topics, you know what I'm saying, to try to have a positive spin on it. Hey, listen, today what I'm gonna talk about the producer, the rapper, the man, the myth, the legend, Dr. Dre. You know, right now I was listening to something right now and I heard it in his own word, how when he had that brain aneurysm back in January 2021, he almost died. And people don't understand, health is our wealth. Sit back and look at it. He had a brain aneurysm, going through a divorce and everything else. And he didn't even know himself that he was near death. Okay, Dr. Dre say he came so close to dying from brain aneurysm, doctor invited his family to the hospital to say goodbye. Dr. Dre prognosis didn't look good after he suffered a brain aneurysm in January 2001. In fact, things looked so bleak, doctor thought that the rap Mogul was going to die, so they invited his family to the hospital to say their last goodbye. Dre made a startling revelation on a Workout the Doubt podcast where he discussed in more detail the medical scare that put him in the ICU for 2 weeks. The rapper told hosts, okay, while he was at Sinai Hospital, nobody was allowed to visit him because of the hospitalization came amid the pandemic. But they allowed my family come in, he say. I found out later they called him up so they could say their last goodbye because they thought I was out of here. Dre explained there was great fear he wouldn't wake up if he fell asleep. So the hospital staff went to great length to ensure his safety and health. Look at it. They thought, the doctor, the expert, they thought, you know what I'm saying, and they feared that if they didn't keep waking him up, if he would have fell into a deep sleep, he would never woke back up. So every hour, on an hour, guess what? They kept waking him up. Asked him to touch your nose, touch your eye, wiggle your toes, let your feet hit, the bottom of your feet hit the heels. Folks, look at that. They went through that extreme to save that man's life. And they did that right now, from my understanding, 2 weeks straight. Because of what was going on in my brain, okay, they had to wake me up every hour on an hour for 2 weeks to do these tests. He recalled, basically looking like sobriety tests, like touch your nose, rub your heel in your calf, and that type of SHIT. Dre ultimately took to Instagram to ensure fans he was doing great and will be out of the hospital soon. But not only has he revealed the dangerous level he reached as a result of the brain aneurysm, also in the podcast, Dre opened up about working on the Marvin Gaye bop. What's going on? Dre's producer alongside Jimmy Levine. Okay? Folks, listen, I think this is the next big thing for me, the Marvin Gaye movie, he said. So when you look at it right now, with shout out to Dr. Dre, shout out to, the medical staff at Mount Sinai, because once again, people don't understand right now is, guess what? Health is our wealth. Without health, you don't have nothing. So that man right now, when he caught that brain aneurysm in January 2021, he didn't know what the heck was going to happen. He didn't even know that right now was, guess what? That his life was even on the line. And a lot of times right now, folks, listen, we like to understand what is a brain aneurysm, what caused a brain aneurysm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a few things, okay? Bear with me. Brain aneurysms are caused by a weakness in the wall of blood vessel in the brain. There are several reasons why this may happen, although an exact cause isn't always clear. The brain requires a large supply of blood delivered via the main blood vessel that run up the neck and into the brain. These blood vessels divide into smaller and smaller vessels in the same way the trunk of a tree divides into branches and twigs. Most aneurysms develop at the point where the blood vessels divide and branch off, as these areas are often weaker. Okay, increased risk. There are numbers of things that can increase your risk to develop a brain aneurysm. These are discussed here. Smoking. Smoking tobacco can significantly increase your risk of developing a brain aneurysm. Studies show that majority of people diagnosed with a brain aneurysm smoke or have done so in the past. The risk is particularly high in people with a family history of brain aneurysm. Exactly why smoking increased the risk of brain aneurysm is unclear. It may be that the harmful substance in tobacco smoke damaged the wall of your blood vessel. High blood pressure, folks, and a lot of us suffer from that. High blood pressure can replace increased pressure on the walls of the blood vessel inside the brain, potentially increasing your chance of developing aneurysm. You are more likely to develop a high blood pressure if you are overweight, have a relative with high blood pressure, or a black, African or African Caribbean descent, eat a lot of salt, don't eat enough fruit and vegetable, don't do enough exercise, drink a lot of coffee or other caffeine-based drink a lot of alcohol, or age over 65. Family history. Having a first-degree relative, such as a parent, brother, or sister, with a history of brain aneurysm may make you more likely to develop one than someone with no family history of the condition, but this is very rare. Age. Your risk of developing a brain aneurysm increase as you get older, with most case diagnosis in people over the age of 40. This may be because the wall of the blood vessel are weakened, and over time by the constant pressure of blood flowing through them. So right now is another thing too is cocaine abuse, severe head injury, pre-existing weakness in the blood vessel, body tissue disorder. So those are some of the things that, folks, listen, man, that you need to check out and look and be aware, like what could cause a brain aneurysm. Hey, listen, folks, take the time, get in shape, make sure you out there exercising, make sure you're eating right, make sure right now you're trying to stay away from, guess what? Guilty pleasure, like cigarette, like cigars, like alcohol. Like every now and then I like to have cigars, but guess what? I need to back away from that. Other than that, right now, like I said, right now with this thing, your body is your temple. And to me, like I say, what I also recommend, anybody that's out there suffering from high cholesterol, high blood pressure, high sugar, high weight, listen, get your panoxyl. Get your panoxyl. Because once again, this is natural ingredient that right now is anybody that you know what I'm saying, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, or yourself. This is panoxyl, natural ingredients that can help, what I'm saying, with any of those conditions. Hey, listen, hit that like button, subscribe, share. If you look at me, look what I'm doing. I'm on a bike. Getting back into shape, man, because right now, our body is our temple. Peace, love, and prosperity. Hit that like button, subscribe, share. One love.
Have you checked your tire pressure today?
I don't have a flat.
Have you checked your blood pressure today?
No, I don't feel sick.
Natural endurance, stamina, and action.
Thank you so much, Brian Gibbs. I love this book so much. I mean, I was a fan of your YouTube channel, but now I'm like a real up close and personal fan. I really love what you have going on here. And not only that, but I too was once lost and now I'm found. So thank you, Brian, for this autographed copy. I appreciate you.